Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. If you enjoy listening to somebody babble about music that they love, you came to the right place. Today we're babbling with a little bit of a stuffed up nose and I don't know what's going on. There's all kinds of pollen in the air, so I don't know if I got allergies kicking in or I'm sick, but either way, we're going to power through this thing. Just got done listening to the new album by FM, and it's called Old Habits Die Hard. Now, FM is one of these bands that I do not understand how they're not huge. I don't understand how this band never got popular, because they came out mid-90s when all this AOR style music was happening, and here in the States anyway, they never really hit it big. In fact, I didn't really know who they were until maybe about, 10, 15 years ago when they kind of made their comeback. I think it was in 2007 when they started, they reformed again and started making albums again. They've been gone for about 12 years or so, but anyway, got a new one out and I was really excited to listen to it. So, excuse me, I apologize for my voice here, but so when this kicked in, it started very mellow. It started with a little kind of cool little rhythm. It reminded me of kind of something I would hear from Mike and the Mechanics back in the 80s. It had a very 80s vibe to it, which I don't know if they're, I was thinking maybe they're going back for an earlier sound like they kind of had back in the early days when they kind of rocked a little bit more. It was the brothers that started this band. I probably should mention that, with Steve Overland and his brother Chris. They were both in a band called Wildlife, and they formed this band. And since then, Chris is gone. It's still got Steve and a couple of the other guys in it. I don't have all the names right here in front of me. I should have the cassette or CD here in front of me when I was going through this. I guess I'm not very well prepared. But anyway, so the style's kind of changed a little bit over the years. Since they come back, I find it to be a little bit more, not quite as rock, a little bit more AOR, on the lighter side. But this is my personal take on it. And like I said, this is always just opinion. So anything here I say is just opinion. So anyway, got into that. That song didn't really seem to do too much. It didn't really go anywhere. And for the next couple songs here, Don't Need Another Heartache, No Easy Way Out, and Lost, they all kind of good mid-tempo, get a little bit of a rock, vibe going to it. And they just don't seem to go anywhere. There's a couple of high points, just vocally with Steve. But the songs themselves don't really build. And I'm man, hope the whole album is not like this, because it was starting to get a little bit to the point where I was man, I set my expectations high. I always want to like everything. I was man, maybe I set my expectations too high. But then song number 5 kicked in, Whatever It Takes, and I'm okay, now this is what I've been waiting for. It's kind of hard sometimes not to compare bands to other bands or what you're used to hearing. And I just instantly got a Survivor vibe from that one. Actually, it had a little bit of a John Waite feel to it here, a couple different parts. Not that it sounded, like any of their songs in particular, maybe High on You, but it kind of had that feel. And I was all right, here we go. That song was exactly what I've been waiting for. And the good news is, from this point on, it pretty much stayed good. There wasn't any more songs that kind of left me feeling that empty feeling like the first 4. The vibe changes a little bit here and there. Black Water gets a little bit darker. I mean, good title for the song. It's got a little bit darker vibe, but still, it just, it actually had something memorable about it, and just had a cool vibe to it. It was a little bit mellower and darker, but it was a cool song. And I know I say cool a lot. Somebody pointed that out in one of my last videos, but if it's cool, it's cool. I don't care. Then Cut Me Loose, another cool mid-tempo rocker there. And also Leap of Faith, because I think that was the one that reminded me of Jackson Brown. It kind of as soon as it kicked in, I was what are they doing, a cover of The Boulevard? Or Out on the Boulevard, whatever that song's called. But no, went quickly into the vibe of their own. And then pretty much from that song on, it kept that cool mid-tempo vibe. The last song there, Blue Sky Mine, starts with a cool a cappella thing, which I always love hearing Steve Overland's voice a cappella. He's got a very unique style to his singing. This dude could pretty much sing the phone book, and it sounds good to me. He doesn't go for anything out. He's got a very good range, but he doesn't go for the stratospheric high notes, which he doesn't have to. He's got that really soulful I don't want to say he sounds like Michael McDonald, but Michael McDonald has a very soulful voice. Steve's is a lot more thicker and fuller sounding than that, but just has a very cool sound to it. He did an album, I wish I could remember the name of it, with the guitar player. Was it Jim Mateos? Was that who it was? Geez, I can't remember now. The guy from, the guitar player from Fate's Warning, he did an album together. It was like a really hard rock, heavy album with Steve singing on it. It was really good. I wish I could remember the name of that one. I probably did a review on it too, but it was about a year or two ago that one came out. Maybe I'll pin that one in the comments if I think of it, but that was a really good album. So just hearing him sing anything was really cool. So I really enjoyed listening to him sing. The second half, actually a little bit more than the second half, from track 5 on, it was really good. Not that the first 4 tracks were bad, but they just didn't seem to go anywhere. It's weird. It started out with 4 filler tracks, and then the rest of the good album kicked in. So that's kind of my quick take on it. If anybody ever wants to, if ever, like during this video, you want to comment, feel free, as always. And like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because this is a cool band. Really like hearing the stuff that they put out. Yeah, I said cool a whole lot again, so there. Cool. Talk to you guys on the next one. See ya.